Good evening to everybody, and welcome to this evening's presentation around Mining City. I see we're about 40 people on the Zoom this evening. Glad to see there's so many people that are showing interest, and there's some new names that's come up. So wherever you are in the world this evening or this morning, wherever you're listening from, we are very excited to have you here and to share with you this awesome opportunity. Okay, my name is Bruce. I will be running through the presentation with you guys this evening. I am doing it over headset, so I hope that the sound is okay. If there's any issues, maybe just raise a hand or just send me a message to say if you can't hear properly, but I'm pretty sure everything will go smoothly. Okay, so let's get things going. Guys, as we said, this is going to be a presentation about Mining City, where we mine Bitcoin, okay? And 100%, thank you, Krista, I appreciate it, great stuff. Where we mine Bitcoin and where we accumulate Bitcoin and where people will become millionaires in the next couple of years' time. And we're going to show you exactly how that's going to work. So a little bit of history. Let's start with some background around the company. So these two gentlemen are the two CEOs of the companies that we are involved with. Okay, so we've got on top, we've got EL, who is the CEO of MineBest. So they basically supply the infrastructure and they put up these mining facilities all over the world, right? And then we have Greg. Greg is the CEO of Mining City, okay? And Mining City is an initiative that brings together people who want to unite their strength and increase their chance to mine Bitcoin. So Mining City is giving us the opportunity to invest in miners and to then make a passive income from that. So you are welcome to go and follow MineBest and Mining City on social media, just to see what these guys are about, what they do, and what projects they are involved with. So this is just a quick video to give you a little bit of an intro on who MineBest is and what it looks like. And then from there, we will kick off the evening's proceedings. Okay, yeah, so that was just a little video to show you what it looks like. So that facility, ladies and gentlemen, is up in Kazakhstan. Okay, so the guys decided to put their first mining facility up in Kazakhstan. And Kazakhstan actually has a couple of advantages for mining. Okay, so first of all, they've got a very cheap power, electricity. Okay, they've got a stable electricity supply, which is important for mining Bitcoin and for profitable miners. And also because of the weather that's much cooler up in Kazakhstan. They don't need to spend so much money into keeping the miners, like we like to call it, cold, okay, because of the weather. They are put in those white containers that you saw in the video. And a miner, as we call it for the new guys, it's actually a computer, okay. So it's a computer that mines Bitcoin, and we will explain to you exactly how that process works. May we ask that you just keep your mics muted throughout the presentation, and then after the presentation, if there's any questions on the chat, we will go through them, or we will then let you raise your hand and we will answer some questions that you might have. Right. Guys, this is just some certification to show you what has been put in place up in Kazakhstan, okay? So the first one there is the providing mining equipment, power and maintenance. So the equipment has been put in place, and it has been agreed that they can continue with the work and the upgrades of the systems. And obviously the second certificate is the electricity supply for the next 5 years. And I know there's already talks to push this further for another 5 years. Okay, so just some certification for your information. First and foremost, guys, I am not a financial advisor. I cannot tell you what to do with your money. I can simply present to you an opportunity that's been working for me and thousands of other people. And then if it's something that you're interested in, you are more than welcome to then get in contact with us. We can get you on board. Okay, so guys, for those who have seen this before, this is the cash flow quadrant. It comes out of the book of Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. The book is actually called Cash Flow Quadrant as well. Okay, so if you haven't read his books, if you haven't heard of him, write it down. Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, he's got a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and he's got one of these books, Cash Flow Quadrant, and a couple of more. And in the Cash Flow Quadrant, he has put this in place, right? So this quadrant that you can see in front of you on the screen there. So he says people fall in two sides of the quadrant, either on the left-hand side or on the right-hand side. Okay. So for the majority of people, they fall on the left-hand side, where you are either an employee or you are self-employed. So it's very good, and you are blessed in these current times to have a job. But as Mr. Robert Kiyosaki says, his job stands for just over broke. He says because people live from paycheck to paycheck or from bonus to bonus. Okay, and they work 40 years for a boss in order to not be able to retire. Right, and he also says that on the left-hand side, you need to trade your time for money. So which means if you don't go into the office or if you don't actually go and do some work, you won't get paid. And I think a lot of guys actually have seen that become a reality now of the COVID pandemic, where a lot of people have been sent home, no work, no pay, or the salaries have been cut. And it's unfortunate, guys, but it's the reality that's out there. Okay, so something I want you to keep in mind is that on the left-hand side, okay, 95% of the global population shares only 5% of the wealth, okay? So we've got this big amount of people that's in the system, but they only share a small amount of money that's available to them. That's one of the reasons why the poor are getting poorer. So Robert Kiyosaki says we need to move to the right-hand side of the quadrant. So you either become a business owner or an investor. Now, when we talk about a business owner, we're talking big businesses like Pick and Pays, maybe something like Google, maybe a franchise like Mug and Bean, right? Where it's basically a plug-and-play system. Those owners don't really know who comes in or who goes out. All he knows is he's got a system that works for him and that generates him a profit. Now, not all of us has got 6 or 7 million lying around to start a business like that or a franchise. Okay, so the next thing then will be to invest, to become an investor, to put your money in an opportunity where your money actually works for you and where you are making money in your sleep. Okay, now the difference on the right-hand side is only 5% of the world population shares an incredible 95% of the wealth that's out there. So a small portion of people has this big pot of money that they can share from. And that is the reason why the rich are getting richer. Right. So for those of you who don't know, I mentioned we do Bitcoin mining. If you're not familiar with what Bitcoin exactly is, guys, we always tell the people, go and do some homework, go and read, go onto Google or whatever you need to do and go and see what it's about, because we just simply don't have enough time to go into too much detail. But in short, Bitcoin can be sent from anywhere in the world. No bank can block payments or close your account. So we call Bitcoin the money of the people, right? Because you take control of your money. There's no middleman, and it's not controlled by the banks. And that's the power behind cryptocurrencies. So Bitcoin is global, and it is not affected by any single country's financial situation or stability. Right. So in short, once again, as I mentioned, cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin is all digitalized, okay? So you will never hold a Bitcoin in your hand, but we are already moving into the digital age. We are already there. I mean, we make use of credit cards, of debit cards, online banking, cell phone banking. So we are in the digital age. That is where money is moving towards, right? So cryptos and Bitcoin is the next step in the evolution of money. So what is Bitcoin mining? Mining plays two major roles in maintaining the Bitcoin network. So for the new people, as I mentioned, your Bitcoin miner is actually a computer, and it's all mathematics and things that goes in there, okay? And that computer gets a code. Each of those computers actually gets a code, and the first computer that actually solves that equation or sum or whatever you want to call it, right, confirms that specific transaction, and then as soon as that transaction is confirmed, a Bitcoin, a new coin, is issued. So it's all about confirming transactions in order to issue new Bitcoins, right? And at the bottom here, you can see that people who employ their computing resources to this process are called miners. Okay. So how do you participate? How do you get into Bitcoin? How do you buy? How do you own some Bitcoin? So there's a couple of ways. If there are people that's listening in from outside of South Africa, you will just have to find out what wallet or exchange works in your country. But basically, the ones we have on the screen here is called Luno. And then also another South African one is Altcoin Trader, which is an exchange. So you can basically go and download Luno from your Play Store or your App Store. It's for free. You then register onto Luno. You make it a beneficiary in your bank account. You can then transfer money from your bank account to Luno. And then in Luno, you actually go and you purchase Bitcoin. So you are now a proud owner of some Bitcoin. And you can let it sit there and grow as the Bitcoin price goes up or goes down. Be patient and you will actually make a return. They call it buy and hold. Right. The problem we have with buy and hold is if you buy Bitcoin today for, let's say, 180,000 Rand, if you have the money to buy one whole coin, and the price, let's say, goes up to 300,000, so you've made a good profit of 120,000 Rand. And sorry, guys, I'm speaking in Rand now for the other people, but you make a profit of 120,000 Rand, okay? But now your problem is, how do you now afford your next Bitcoin? You're going to have to use some of your profits to get back into the game. So buy and hold has got it does have advantages, but that's why we say we rather mine Bitcoin. Because when you mine Bitcoin, you actually accumulate coin on a daily basis. So tomorrow you have more coin than you had today, and the day after that you obviously have more coin. And as the value then grows, the value of your portfolio goes up. Right. So that is the advantage. You want to accumulate coin. So if you are sitting with 20 coins in the next 3 to 5 years, and that coin's value is now up to 50,000 US dollars, well, I mean, you can do that calculation to see how much your coins are going to be worth. So our company, Mining City, we specialize in two products. First and foremost, obviously, Bitcoin. So Bitcoin was launched in 2008. It's been around for about 12 years now. And then the new kid on the block is called Bitcoin Vault. And this is the guy that's got all of us excited. And why? I'm going to give you a little bit of background. So it was launched in the end of November 2019 for $1. And that coin is currently worth about $145. Okay, so it is doing extremely well since inception. It's actually grown over 1,000%. And it's actually giving the miners very, very good returns on the investment, which we'll talk about. But we're going to stick to Bitcoin for now as our first product. But let's quickly just run you through a bit of a comparison between the two. Okay, so guys, there will only be 21 million Bitcoin mined in its lifetime. We've already mined about 18.5 million coin. So there's about 3 million coins still left to be mined. Every 4 years, there's an event called the halving, which means that then every 10 minutes in a block, the amount of Bitcoin that gets created is cut in half. So the halving actually happened a week back. So before that time, let's say 2 weeks back, every 10 minutes, there was 12.5 Bitcoins that was generated every 10 minutes in a block, right, or created. So when the halving took place, that was cut in half. And now every 10 minutes in a block, there's only 6.25 Bitcoin that gets created every 10 minutes, which means this is how they actually prolong the process of mining all those coins. And the coin becomes scarcer. As soon as a coin becomes scarcer, there's a bigger demand for it. And we all know as soon as demand becomes higher, so the price goes up. That was the driving force behind Bitcoin over the last 12 years. Okay. So Bitcoin Vault, let's call it Vault. We will talk about Bitcoin, and we will talk about Vault. Also 21 million coins to be mined in its lifetime. The difference here is they're going to halve this coin every 6 months. And the reason they want to do that is they want to chase the Bitcoin price. They want Vault to catch up with Bitcoin in the next 4 to 5 years. So in the next 4 to 5 years, they want Vault to also be sitting on 10,000, 20,000, or maybe 50,000 US dollars, whatever Bitcoin will be on. Right. And the rate is moving at this moment. It is surely going to surely going to reach that target. So Bitcoin itself cannot reverse any transactions, whereas Vault is going to be the first cryptocurrency that can actually reverse a transaction within 24 hours. And we believe this will be one of the pulling forces in the market, because people will feel that their money and transactions are safer to deal with Vault. And we are pretty sure that that's where the masses will come in, and that will also assist us in chasing that value of Bitcoin. So although Bitcoin itself has got a higher value per coin at the moment, Vault might have a lower value, but it's got a higher reward for miners. So if you want to buy into a Bitcoin mining package, this is what the entry-level packages look like. For the South African people, guys, please, this is just estimate numbers, rand values that we've put in red. If you want to get more accurate numbers, go and work out the dollar according to the exchange rate of today. Work out what the dollar is, and always remember to leave yourself an extra 500 Rand or so for transaction fees and so on. Okay, let's work on this, guys. So you start with a primary of $300, a standard of $600, and then a bronze of $1,200. What do you get for your investment? You get 3 years worth of mining, but that becomes a lifetime, which we will talk about later on. Okay, so you get 1,100 days of mining. 10 days after you started, you will start mining. Okay, so 10 days after you've purchased your package, you start mining, and that miner will generate for you Bitcoin on a daily basis. And every night around about 11 o'clock South African time, you will actually get paid. At the bottom here, some technical information. It tells you what type of a miner we are using, a Watts miner M21S, and then the hash rate of that package. So the hash rate, it's very important, because the hash rate determines how quickly your miner actually mines Bitcoin. And as you can see, the higher your package and investment amount, the higher the terahash of that computer. Then at the bottom here is binary points. So if you are just an investor and you are just looking into investing into a miner, okay, this won't mean anything to you at this stage, because this comes in the second part of the business, okay, which we will talk about later on. Right, so what do you get return on investment for this? Not going to spend too much time on this, guys, but just to give you an example, remember this is estimated figures. Why do we say estimated figures? Because as we know, Bitcoin is a currency, and it fluctuates like any other currency. It goes up and down. And also for the South African people with the rand-dollar exchange, it makes it difficult. So that's why we kept it at dollars, because you get paid in dollars into your back office. Okay, so on the $300 investment, you will get back approximately $7 a month. Okay, on a standard package, $13, and on a bronze package, $25. Doesn't sound like a lot of money, guys. If you actually go and work this out, what will you get back from the bank if you actually go and invest this type of money? You will actually see that this is 4 times more, 4 to 5 times more than any bank will give you the same investment. Right. Okay, so then we get to our bigger packages. And the 3 of them are the top of the range, which is your silver, your gold, and we have added a new one, which is the platinum. Same principles. You get a 3 years worth of mining of these packages. You start 10 days after. And as I've mentioned, the binary points we'll talk about later. But look at the hash rates here. Okay, 24 terahash, 42, and 126 plus 12, which gives you 140 terahash. Okay, so what do you get? Return on investment for those packages. Silver, you're looking at about $50 monthly, gold, $86 monthly, and platinum, $280. Now, guys, the beauty behind all of this is what you get on the current Bitcoin price. Those of you who've been following Bitcoin or know what happens normally after a halving is Bitcoin normally exceeds its previous all-time high. So people are already predicting a 20 to 40,000 US dollar Bitcoin price by the end of the year or towards March, April of 2021. Okay. And then people are predicting a $100,000 Bitcoin price in the next 3 to 5 years with a possible $1 million Bitcoin price in the next 7 to 10 years. But let's stick to the $40,000 price. Okay, so for your once-off investment, let's take the gold package, $86 at the current price. Guys, if that Bitcoin price manages to go up to 40,000 US dollars, this monthly potential income of yours will be multiplied by 4. Okay, So then you are looking at close to about what, $320 a month on your same once-off investment. Right. So this is what you need to keep in mind. If you have the investor mentality and you know that investing and return on investment takes a bit of time and you are in it for the next 3 to 5 years, this is the potential and this is how your money will grow as the Bitcoin price shoots up. Okay. Now talking about the packages, you can start with one package and then upgrade it to the next package. So you can start with one, you can upgrade it to the next until you eventually get onto a platinum package, which is the top of the range. So you can upgrade at any time. Right, okay. So the new kid on the block, guys, that was Bitcoin. Now we're going into Vault, which is the new kid, as I've mentioned. So Vault is your typical peer-to-peer system, as with any cryptocurrency. The security on this coin is extremely well put out, and the people are calling it electronic gold. So it's got a long-term electronic store of value. As I mentioned, it is protected from theft and it yields much higher rewards for miners currently. And as with Bitcoin, there will only be 21 million of these coins mined in its lifetime. Right, so Bitcoin package, Vault packages, exactly the same pricing as with Bitcoin. Okay, as you can see there, everything is exactly the same. Where the difference comes in, and I hope you guys can remember what the Bitcoin return of investment was when I showed you, but this is what your Vault return of investments look like, estimated. As you can see, it is quite extremely higher than Bitcoin currently, okay? So this is about 10 times more than any bank will give you for that same investment. So at this stage, everybody, and we also recommend, goes for Vault. Not that there's anything wrong with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is gonna rise, the price is gonna go through the roof and you will make your money. But for now, the returns on Vault is just so much better for the miners. So as you can see, a primary will yield $45 monthly as a return, the standard package $90, and the bronze $150 monthly. Which means you will make back your investment in a couple of months' time, and from there onwards, everything is profit. So let's see what your top packages gives you. Okay, your top three, the silver, the gold, and the platinum. Okay, sorry, this is just the pricing. Once again, exactly the same. And here we go. Okay, just look at that. Guys, the people that has managed to already purchase platinum packages have actually calculated they make back their investment within 5 months on the current price. That is on the current Vault price. Now imagine the Vault price goes up to $200, you know, $1,000, $10,000. What happens to your returns then? Okay, so extremely, extremely profitable, the Vault miners at this stage, right? And I'm pretty sure those of you sitting, listening in, making some notes, you will do the calculation so you will see the potential behind this because now you are mining coin, okay? And on a gold package, if I can speak about the gold, you mine about 9 coins monthly on one gold package. So the whole idea is if you can sit and you can wait for the next 3 to 5 years, and let's say you sit with 200-300 coins, okay? And now each coin's value is sitting at $1,000, $5,000, or $10,000. Go and do the calculation, people. Go see. It's a lot of money. Vault is giving each and every one of us a second chance to get into it now and to invest money because we all, or some of us, missed the boat with Bitcoin between the years of 2008 and 2012. So if you missed the boat again, I'm not too sure if there will be another chance. But we have a second chance here, and people are already making huge returns. And the people that got in early actually have already been able to put $1 million into their bank accounts. Right. So I hope that is clear. I hope everyone understands what the packages look like and how it works. And just is this a typical example of the magic behind Vault? Okay, so this Vault screenshot of the Mining City back office, right, shows you a Bitcoin wallet or a Vault wallet, 5 months old. Okay, that's including the business building. But look at that. They managed to accumulate 117 coin, and that 117 coin at the price at the time was worth about $14,400 within 5 months. That's extremely, extremely good. Right. Okay, people, something else we are very excited about is the cards, the crypto debit cards. So the first cards arrived in the country, and they are actually busy testing it to see how well it works. The nice thing about this is you don't have to now take your money, put it back into your Luno or whatever, and then only put it back into your bank account, because everything that goes back in there will be seen as an income, and there might be tax implications, right? With these cards, what happens is you transfer your Bitcoin directly from Mining City onto your card, and then whenever you swipe your card, it converts your Bitcoin automatically to your currency in your country. Right, okay. So it's a nice way of just moving your Bitcoin around, putting it somewhere where you can use it immediately. And that's going to make life much easier for us. So as soon as they give us the go-ahead, these cards will also be available to Mining City members. Okay, guys, so if you want to become an investor, if you want to invest into a mining system, okay, you invest, you buy the package that you are interested in, you start mining in 10 days, you get daily Bitcoin mining payouts. It's 100% passive, and there's no maintenance plan, right? Okay, so as I mentioned previously, there are two sections or portions to this business. And we were talking about the investment section now, and now we're going to tell you about the second part of our business, which is network marketing. Okay. And please, guys, before you get too nervous, because I know when some people hear network marketing, they immediately throw their hands in the air. It is not compulsory. It is your decision. If you want to become an investor and just invest into a miner, you do that. You invest, you get your money on a daily basis, and you carry on. You don't have to worry about anything. If you are someone that likes to do network marketing or like to help people and talk to people and bring them into opportunities, you can do that, and you will make extra and more money out of it. So I'm going to show you exactly how that works. For the investors, you can listen in as well, because you will be placed in the structure in any case, whether you like it or not. You don't have to build your structure, but you will be there. So when the time comes where you feel you would like to go into this side of the business, you're more than welcome to do so. Okay. So guys, on this side, the network marketing, the building the business, there's 5 different streams of income. This is all over and above your mining returns. Okay. So there's full share bonuses. There's a $200 binary cycle bonus, a $10 team matching bonus, repurchases, and then obviously, like in any other MLM company, there are ranks in the company. And those ranks obviously have their own set of advantages. So let's go into each and every one of these, and let me explain how it works. Right, so your full share bonuses, okay, just open everything here. Works like this. So your first 5 people that you bring into the system, that you tell about this opportunity and about Mining City, and they decide they want to come in, the first 5 people, the system automatically places in your team A, what is called your team A, right? And for those 5 people, you will get 5% commission on the value of their package, right? And you get that paid that same evening. As soon as you sign someone up or brought them in, you will get paid that same evening. So from your 6th person onwards, they get put into team B, and then you will earn 10% commissions from that package. So people, if you manage to bring in a platinum that is $1,260 that same evening paid into your back office. If you manage to do a primary worth $300, that's still $30 that same evening. Right. And these little guys here with the yellow jackets, okay, we call them the builders. These are the guys that go and build your business for you. So you know of people that is very good in network marketing or just very good in talking to people, okay? You need at least one of them in your team A and one of them in your team B, because these are the guys that will duplicate what you do. So they will learn from you, and they will go out and find more builders, because this game is all about duplication, okay? In order for the team to grow, because the better the team does, the more the team grows, the more everyone earns, and there's bigger advantages for everyone as well. So that's your full share bonuses. Then we get to the cycles, guys. And this is very exciting, and this is where a lot of people make a lot of money out of the business. So as of any network marketing structure, this is what the structure looks like. You sit on top because you are the CEO of your own business, right? Okay. And in order for you to generate a $200 cycle, guys, you need to have 5. Remember, this is you, and this is your binary tree. Your left-hand side of your tree and your right-hand side of your tree. Okay. So the system requires of you to have 5 credits on your left-hand side and also 5 credits on your right-hand side in order for you to generate a $200 cycle. So where does the credits come from? If you see on the right-hand side corner on the top here, okay, each package has a certain amount of credits associated with it. So a primary gives you 0.5, and as the packages go up, you see you'll earn more credits. Okay, so just for this example, let's make it easy. Let's talk about a gold package, which is 7 credits. If you manage to sell 2 gold packages or bring in 2 gold packages and you put 1 left and you put 1 right, okay, you get 7 credits on your left-hand side. You get 7 credits on your right-hand side, guys. The system only requires 5 and 5. So that same evening, the system will take away the 5. You will be left with the balance of 2 on each side, and you will get a $200 cycle that will be paid into your back office that same evening. Okay, and this is what your structure looks like. And guys, this is why, and what's nice about it is, as you can see, this one guy has got a gold, we call him a gold spillover. So what happens with spillovers is if your upline sees that there's actually a gap in your structure or there's a space available, they can actually go and place people in those spots. And everyone on top will earn those credits. Okay, this is what's nice about the system. So if you manage to sell a gold package, let's say this guy in the yellow jacket left-hand side is a gold guy, okay? The guy on top of him will get 7 credits on his right. The person on top of him will get 7 on his left, and you will get 7 on your left. So everyone to the top benefits out of that package that was brought into the system. No matter if this is 100 levels deep, if someone at the bottom puts in a platinum, those 21 credits will come to everyone in that same structure to the top. Okay, so once again, the harder the team work, the better the team works together, the more everyone benefits out of it. The difference with Mining City is that it's not only the guy at the top that makes all the money, right? Although he benefits out of the credits, if the guy on the right-hand side at the bottom works harder and he actually brings in more packages, he will earn more than the guy sitting on top. It depends on you. What do you want to get out of the business? Do you want an extra 5 or 10,000 Rand a month? Or do you want an extra 100 or 200,000 Rand a month? Okay, it's all up to you. Right, so I hope this is clear. I hope everyone understands how that works. Then we go into your thirds. Now, it's first the cycles. Okay, guys, the cycles we spoke about now. With the rankings, and we will speak a little bit more about the rankings later, but as you climb the ranks, your cycles per day increases, which means if you just get into the company, doesn't matter which package you purchase, you are a citizen, and you can only cycle 4 times a day, which is $800, right? So which means is if your team does well and they bring in enough credits for you to cycle 6 times on a citizen, you will only get paid for 4. The other 2 will get lost. And that just motivates you to get yourself into the next rank, because as you can see, the higher you go, the higher and the more your cycles are per day. So your highest people in the business, your governors, can actually cycle up to 14 times daily, which is $2,800 every day. And guys, there are people in this business that actually do it. This is the type of money that people are making in Mining City. Right. Now, your binary team matching bonus. Remember those spillovers I was talking about? Now, if you happen to put someone in there and the credits that you've put in assisted your team member on top to generate a cycle, the system will award you with another $10. So just more money in your pocket. So if you happen to assist 3 of your team members to cycle, you will get $30 paid to you that evening. Okay. Then repurchases. Guys, I'm just going to skip this. It's all on the same principles. I'm just going to stick to the larger packages here to make things easier and quicker. Okay, so when you purchase your miner, when you invest into your miner, you actually go and you set your miner on a repurchase percentage. Okay, the good rule of thumb in the business is that you put it on a 20% repurchase, which means 80% of the profits comes to your pocket and 20% goes back into the system. And that's for maintenance and upgrades of the equipment and machinery and so on. Right, okay. But that 20% that goes back into the system, Once it has accumulated 1% of your package value, right? So let's talk about silver, the one on the top, $2,400. Once that 20% repurchase has accumulated to 1%, which is $24, your team A will be paid 10% and your team B will be paid 20% of that value. So it's only $2.4 and $4.8. Doesn't seem like a lot, but the bigger your business grows and the more you expand, you can be sitting with 20 to 30 pages of this on a daily basis. So then if you then start adding 2s and 3s and 4s, it becomes a lot of money, right? So just another stream of income when building the business. Sticking to the repurchases, guys, we call this partial shares, but it works on the same principle. So that 20%, once again, it goes back into the system. Let's talk about silver again. When you have made up that 1%, the system automatically opens up for you an additional mining share worth another 3 years. So see why we say that you will mine for the rest of your life, because every month or 2 months, you will get an additional share, which is 3 years worth of mining. So if in a year's time, you can already sit with 60 or 70 years worth of mining, okay? If you do not set your miner on a repurchase and you keep it on 0, okay, then after 3 years, that share will expire and you will have to invest once again or purchase another package. As soon as you keep it on a repurchase, okay, that will not happen. You will mine for the rest of your life. So I hope that's understandable. Guys, I know people normally have a lot of questions about this. And if there is any questions, we will just have a look at it after the presentation. We are almost done. Just the ranks, and then we will wrap things up. Okay, so as I mentioned, when you get into the company, into the system, you are a citizen. If you want to become a city builder, you yourself need to sponsor 5 citizens and then have a total enrollment fee volume of $10,000. Now, please, people, this is not you alone, okay? This is you and your team's combined efforts. So this can actually happen very quickly to become city builder. If you then want to move on to a developer, same things apply. You need to have then 3 city builders, okay, in your team, and you need to have $50,000 in total enrollment volume. Okay, so as it works, what needs to happen is in order for you to move up, your people under you needs to also increase their rank. And as soon as the people under you, your team has gone on to 3 members having the next rank, you automatically then jump to your next rank. Okay, so this is how it works, guys. So this is the top 3 or 4 ranks in the business, which is your manager, your chief manager, and your mayor. So what starts to happen here is that you actually start getting rewards for achieving your ranks. Okay. So to give you an example, when you become a city manager, you get a once-off bonus of $5,000. A chief manager gets a once-off bonus of $50,000, and then your mayor gets a check of $100,000 once off as a bonus. Right. Okay. Guys, and just to give you an idea what the potential is in the business, the people that's on these ranks and higher, because there's still a governor rank as well, okay, can expect earnings of anything between, and sorry, I'm talking rands again, so anything between 300,000 Rand to 2 million Rand a month. Okay, if we have to put that in dollars, you're looking at about what? $15,000 to up to about $100,000 on a monthly basis. That is what people are making in this company. It doesn't say it's going to work for everyone, okay? It depends on how much you want it and how hard you are willing to work. Right. You need to decide. Do you just want to earn an extra, like I mentioned? You want an extra 5,000 to 10,000 Rand out of the business, or do you want to earn an extra 200 or 300,000? All depends on you. The guys are sitting on these ranks, chief managers and mayors. These guys work 12 to 16 hours a day. They've got big teams who they've coached and who is duplicating what they have learned. And that is how they are making a success. And not just making a success, but making a living out of this business. Okay. So that is the potential, people. And then our last and biggest rank is the governor. I haven't even received or haven't heard exactly what these guys' earnings are, but you can just imagine hearing what the previous guys are earning, what the governors are going to be earning. Remember, guys, these are people with massive teams under them. I mean, look at the sales volume, $100 million sales volume. And people are actually achieving that, right? And also when it comes to the ranks, people, remember, some guys become a manager in a month, 2 months, and others become managers in 6 months or maybe a year. All depends on how quickly and how fast you want to build the business, right? Okay. I've already talked about the rewards. Here it is in US dollars, just to give you an idea. So when you become a builder, you get a $100 cash equivalent reward in Bitcoin, because everything gets paid out in Bitcoin. Like I mentioned, developer is 250. Okay, I see manager is 3,500, not 5,000. Apologies for that. And then obviously your chief manager, 50,000, your mayor, 100,000. And there we go. A governor, a once-off bonus of 350,000 US dollars. That's just the company saying thank you for all your hard work and for helping them making this a success. As you can see there, you have a choice if you want to take the cash or if you want to take a vehicle or an apartment to the value of that amount. Right. Great. Guys, then we are almost done. Just another 2 or 3 slides. Guys, I see there's chats coming through. I will go through them as soon as we're done. This was our launch the 26th of October, 2019. So just have a quick look at this video and then we will wrap things up. So that was the launch we had last year, guys, and this is what makes this company so exciting. Is you actually get to mingle and shake hands with the top dogs of the company, the CEOs themselves. You get to meet them in person, you get to talk to them and spend some time with all the leaders in the business, and these are the type of things that actually just, make it pleasant for you to be part of a business like this. Okay, it's not just that you hear about these people and you only see them somewhere on a photo or on social media, you actually get to interact with them personally. So just some pictures of the event, and you'll see there's our leaders, Bertus and Krista, standing with Eel and with Greg. And guys, this young chap here on the right-hand side at the bottom is called Mr. Bitcoin because he became a millionaire out of Bitcoin at the age of 21. And you can actually go and buy his book. The book is called Mr. Bitcoin, and you can see how he managed to achieve that. In the middle here at the bottom, we've got Bertus and Krista again with John. So John is one of the top guys in the business. I think John is a governor now at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. And John actually mines 1.5 to 2 Bitcoins on a daily basis, which means he actually earns about 300,000 Rand every day of his life. Okay. So he sits on top of this whole structure. He's got a big team. He works very hard. He travels the world, and he has made a success out of this business. And one of the guys that we can all learn from. And he's young. He's only, I think, close to about 30 years old. And then, yes, people, the day after that, EL met with Mr. Ramaphosa. As we know, Ramaphosa is a businessman. Him and specifically his son drives the 4th Industrial Revolution. Okay, so they are also invested into this company. They've seen the potential. And this coming Saturday, there will actually be a Zoom meeting where Ramaphosa's son will be one of the guest speakers. So, yes, if you're interested, let someone send you the link. And, you can actually listen in to hear what he's got to say about Mining City. So, guys, just something to end off with. It's just the last little video. It's not long. And then we will start going into the questions.